Not a random man. He's the track announcer.
And I'm going on a date with a track announcer because I said yes to my mother, and taking the lead is hell must.
What are we talking about today?
The new show, Call Me Cat.
What's up? I'm Percy. This is Mercy. Mercy's in the Waterfall.
Making the sound effects.
Welcome to the brand new, hit, critically acclaimed, internationally lauded morning show called The Pound It. Where every day we upload a short little video that's hopefully something interesting, inspiring, motivating, educating, and hopefully a little distracting. And if you're new here, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by soonish. Today is December something. I forgot to put the date on the paper.
Not December.
Did I said December? January 5th, Tuesday, 2021.
I was looking at my watch and then realized there was cream cheese on it.
So January is actually also known as Veganwary month. A month-long celebration of all things vegan. It also is an interesting lead-in to the story of the day, which is a famous vegan.
What's her name?
Mayim
Is that how you really pronounce it?
Bialik. I think so. I practiced her name for like a half hour yesterday. Watched videos of her pronouncing her name. Yeah, I think it's Mayim Bialik. Is that right, Mayim? I'm so sorry if it isn't. I'm really trying. Well, Mayim has a new show out.
Call Me Cat is a new show about a 39-year-old single woman who leaves her job to open a cat cafe.
So Mayim, famous actress from my childhood. She was in the show that I loved called Blossom. That show was fantastic. Then, I mean, she's been in and out of acting over the years. She also had a really cool long stint on the show Big Bang Theory.
Imagine loving you more than I do right now.
That was unexpectedly beautiful.
Now she's the lead of a new show that just came out, I believe, on January 3rd, right after all the football on Sunday, which is Call Me Cat. She opens up her own cat cafe.
Cool.
Yeah, do you know what a cat cafe is?
Like a cafe with cats.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
cat arcade.
yeah, like that cat arcade. We have a cat arcade. You're not even allowed to go there, but essentially that's
You have to be like 18.
8, I think, right? Or 10?
Wow.
7?
It might be 7.
Ooh, it's coming up. She's one of the producers. So she and Jim Parsons, who was one of the co-leads in Big Bang Theory, they created a production company called Sad Clown Productions. So Mayim, Jim Parsons, Miranda Hart, I believe, is part of this. I believe Miranda on the BBC is what Call Me Cat. Call Me Cat now is what Miranda is on the BBC or was on the BBC. It's very... You're not following me.
I didn't think I even know what you just said.
There's a show called Miranda, and now they're doing the US version of it. So check out Call Me Cat.
You might get to that movie before we watch it. Put a comment below.
It's a TV show. It's a new show. Doesn't matter. The lesson of the day, the whole come for the news, stay for the dad advice, which really hasn't really made it into the
Thing.
intro.
Yeah, it still barely makes some sense now.
The reason I bring this all up, a lot of people don't know that Mayim Bialik, famous actress, who's been on a bunch of these shows, a lot of people, she's like a household kind of recognizable face. She's also actually a neuroscientist. She has a PhD in neuroscience. Which is kind of a big deal. That's a really difficult thing to achieve. She has studied for many years the brain and how the brain works. You could ask her a ton of questions about the brain and she knows all about it. I think she's an inspirational example of someone who didn't get kind of pigeonholed into one thing. I think a lot of people, especially young people in Hollywood, right? She was a star of a show that did really well, Blossom. She could have easily just kind of gone off and maybe even retired almost. There's a lot of child actors that almost never get past being a child actor and they kind of retire early. Or they get into show business and that's the only thing they kind of do with their lives. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that that's bad, but I do think it's very inspiring what Mayim has done, which is she's an actress, but she also had this whole desire to want to do something even more with her life and go into neuroscience and still become a scientist. she does both simultaneously. She's doing a lot of stuff still with kids and STEM and being a scientist and showing people that you can do these kinds of things. And also creating shows and being an actress.
She'd probably have some kind of science show.
She'll probably have some kind of science show.
Hey everybody, let's talk about something not controversial, shall we? Let's talk about vaccines. Yay!
One of those people to keep in mind as you come up with things that you want to do, you don't have to come up with just one thing, right? And you've been good at this when you talk about like, oh, I want to be a veterinarian or a teacher.
Yeah, but I'm kind of
a spy.
Tiring out of the veterinarian path.
That's okay. You can retire the veterinarian path. That's okay. Well, you don't have to figure this out now. You've got plenty of time. But it's a good thing to keep in mind that you don't have to get stuck to just one thing. You can change your mind. You can bounce back and forth. She took a break from acting to become a neuroscientist and go to school. And then I think she took a break then from neuroscience, went back to acting for a year or two, then finished her PhD. So it's also not something that you always have to just kind of be solely focused on. There's a lot to life you can enjoy. You know what it's time for?
The joke of the day, also known as the Cooper Pudding Percolator, upset she's really a dog, but she's really a fish, but she's really a polka dot, but she's really who knows what.
A polka dot? She became a polka dot in the intro? Hey, Merce.
Yeah, what's up?
We're talking about Mayim Bialik. She's a neuroscientist. She was the actress who played Blossom, which made me start thinking and looking into this. Do you know where you can learn neuroscience in the Serengeti?
No.
At the
Hippo
campus.
When I don't understand, I give it a 1.
A 1?
I
That was,
don't-
Mom even said funny. That means
When
it's...
I don't understand it.
Oh! Great joke was by the Great Jamoko. The Great Jamoko. Thanks, Great Jamoko. Jamoko's not a bad word, I don't think, right? On Reddit. Thank you so much for having us in your homes. Hit the subscribe button, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye. What do you do with your eyes? What are we talking about today?
The new show, Call Me Cat. Bye.
No.
Alrighty.
It's the intro. You don't want to say goodbye in the beginning.